When we talk about school, most people picture classrooms, homework, maybe recess, but sociology teaches us something deeper. It's a system that can shape opportunity, identity, and even who succeeds in our society. Today, I want to explore how education works as a social institution through a few concepts: universal access, early socialization, and conflict theory's perspective on public schooling. I also want to explore what all this means for our own community here in Temecula. One of the most important functions of schooling is socialization, the process by which children learn the norms, values, and expectations of their society. Socialization starts early. Elementary school isn't just about learning multiplication tables or spelling tests. It's how kids learn to share, how to solve conflicts, how to follow rules, how to speak up, and how to work together. These skills shape who they become later in life, as workers, citizens, and community members. In Temecula, you can see this every morning. The routines, the pledge, the lines of students walking together, all of it teaches how kids behave in a structured environment. It can be positive, creating stability and helping kids grow, but it can also reinforce existing inequalities if schools don't provide the same support for every child. A major principle in American education is universal access. The idea that everyone, regardless of income, race, gender, or ability, should have the right to a free public education. On paper, it's a simple promise, but in practice, universal access isn't always universal. In communities like Temecula, we see strong schools with newer buildings, high test scores, and active parent organizations, but just 20 minutes away, some districts face overcrowded classrooms, fewer resources, and aging facilities. Sociologists point out that public schools are funded by local property taxes, which means wealthier neighborhoods, like many parts of Temecula, get stronger schools simply because the homeowners nearby have higher incomes. Universal access doesn't guarantee equal opportunity if the resources and environments are unequal. This brings us to conflict theory, a sociological perspective that asks a tough question. Who benefits the most from the way our school system is structured? According to conflict theorists, schools don't just educate, they reproduce inequality. Students from wealthier families usually end up attending better funded schools, and they get access to more advanced classes and have stronger pathways to college. Students from lower income communities often face larger class sizes, fewer extracurriculars, and fewer AP opportunities. Things like dress codes, discipline policies, and tracking systems can reinforce class and racial hierarchies. Conflict theory pushes us to see the bigger picture. When schools distribute resources unequally, they also distribute life chances unequally. And even in a community like Temecula, where schools rank highly, we still see disparities. These are between schools on different sides of town, between students with supportive families and those that don't have that, and between students who can afford private tutoring and those who can't. These concepts aren't just abstract theories in a textbook, they shape real lives. A child who is socialized well, supported, and given equal access to resources is far more likely to thrive academically, emotionally, and economically. But when some communities get more and others get less, we're not just failing students, we're shaping an unequal future. Schools determine who learns to lead, who gets to innovate, and who gets left behind. So what can we do? Well, we can start by understanding that education isn't neutral. It's shaped by policy, funding, and community involvement. Support measures that increase equitable funding for all schools, not just the ones in wealthy neighborhoods, can be brought to more areas. We should advocate for programs that ensure universal access truly means everyone, including students with disabilities, English language learners, and kids from low-income households. You can volunteer, mentor, or donate supplies. Even small actions can help bridge gaps in resources. Understanding how schools shape us and shape inequality is the first step toward changing the system, because a just society starts in the classroom, and every community, including ours here in Temecula, has a role to play.